guys, it's Nurse Jet, Nursing the Truth. I hope everyone's having a great day. So, go check out my video, Jesus and Julius Caesar. What's the deal? So, anyway, I know you will enjoy it, my friends. So, as usual, Nurse J likes to bring you truth. Now, whether you want to hear it or not, I'm just the messenger. So, we're going to talk about Adonai, Adonis. What does this really have to do with the Lord? So, what I'm reading you is from a website called Phoenicia.org. You know, the old Canaanite gods. You know, as I've always told you, that Yahweh was a Canaanite god. He was the son of El, which is the head of the pantheon. And also, El had a wife or a consort named Asherah. And so did Yahweh. He just stole the wife of El. What a good little old son to his father he was. So, let's check out this Adonis, shall we? So, the myth and cult of Adonis. You know, the Greek god. Very good looking, long hair. Like a little homosexual. I don't know if he was or not, but you know, a lot of the Greek paintings weren't that, you know, modest, if you will. So, when Jews encounter the consonants Yahweh, YHWH, in prayer, they pronounce it Adonai. They might be shocked to learn that the substitution is related to the Phoenician Adon, A-D-O-N, and Adonis. Further, Muslims, Jews, and Arabic-speaking or Syriac-speaking Christians might be shocked to learn that their words for God came from the Phoenician god's name of El, as in Elah, Allah, Eloah. See? Anyway, you see, this Adonis is a young fertility god, comely, he's youthful, he's beloved, and represents death and rebirth in a vegetation cult. Adonis is derived from the Canaanite title Adon. It is a Semitic word for master or lord and means my Lord. You see, Adonis is a Hellenized version of the same name. Similar, the meaning of Baal, with whom he shares traits as also Lord or Master. So Adonis, is the same of Baal, Lord or Master. It's just a title, you see. Just a title. But the myth of Adonis suffers a little bit of a confusion issue. The study will show that it had two origins. Several fathers and mothers in some ways. His mother was Greek Aphrodite, the equivalent Phoenician Astarte, and Roman Venus. However, his lover was also Astarte and Venus, while his fathers were several kings and gods. You see, the Greeks knew the cult of Adonis in the 6th century BCE. Unquestionably, though, through contact with Cyprus, in the same period Ezekiel notes his existence in Jerusalem under the Babylonian name of Tammuz. You remember he gets ticked off because the women of Tammuz are weeping at the death of him. Adonis has two origins, Cyprus and Byblos. You remember? Egypt ruled over Byblos. Bible, you see. Don't you like it when it all comes together? Byblos, Bible. So legend according to the king of Canaan, and it goes on to explain how the kings and queens did, and the gods and goddesses, and that there was, issues with Zeus and Adonis. Oh, no, this is funny. The remains of the Temple of Venus. The temple was destroyed by the Christian Emperor Constantine, which he was no Christian. He was a Mithraic high priest. It was later rebuilt by Julian the Apostate, which I liked Julian because he knew the lies of this universal Catholic Church. And they made it to where they could kill him on the battlefield. His most important temples of Julian the Apostate, they called them, were at Byblos and Paphos. The temple of Astarte in Byblos celebrated the annual death and resurrection of Adonis. Let's see. The Adonis and Astarte fertility rite continued even into Lebanon into the 5th century AD. Huh. So that's going to be in the 400s. So it seems like Christianity wasn't all the way around. Now, the Phoenicians settled in the Phoenicians settled in Cyprus around 900 BCE, and they brought their cultic practices into it. In Phoenician, the two words that mean Lord are Baal and Adon, as indicated earlier. Baal had a very specific identity for Phoenicians, including the Phoenician Cypriot community at Kidion as the primary male deity. Thus, Baal was not available as an appellation for the native Cypriot deity encountered by Phoenician traders at Adalion. The name Adon appears in a number of Phoenician inscriptions in Cyprus, including one from Adalion. The title Adon must have been used to designate the local deity by Phoenician visitors who happened to worship in this shrine. The Greeks took over the administration of Adalion from the Phoenicians around 300 BCE. The primary language when the Greeks arrived was Phoenician. So it would have been natural for the Greeks to assume that Adon was the name of the local deity rather than a title. The name Adon was then Hellenized by adding the Greek ending is, creating the familiar Adonis. You see. Later, the Romans conquered Cyprus in the 1st century BCE. A number of poets cited lovely Adalion as the place where Venus had her fabled affair with Adonis. So you see how this keeps going. In the Bible, the Israelite God Yahweh is sometimes referred to Adon, though the term is used as a title, not as the personal name of Yahweh. Eventually, the appellation Adonai, my Lord, became a substitution name for pronouncing in prayer the unutterable name Yahweh. Yahweh, 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 blah, 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 blah. Yahweh, I don't give a damn about your name because it's a Canaanite god. I don't care. It's just crap to me. Now, to this day, when these people encounter the consonants YHWH in prayer, they pronounce it Adonai. Like I said, do your history homework and you will be amazed because it is Phoenician god, Canaanite gods of El. Canaanites were Israelites, and Israelites were Canaanites. And Phoenicians came to Canaan. Therefore, is there a connection between the worship in the ancient Cyprus and worship in ancient Israel? The link is the Phoenicians, baby. Popular religion among the Israelites, as opposed to the official religion promoted in the Hebrew Bible, especially that the book of Deuteronomy was similar to Phoenician religion. The Bible presents a purified, elite monotheism devoted exclusively to the worship of Yahweh. The orthodox nationalistic parties that produced the Hebrew Bible proscribed the worship of Baal and suppressed all but the faintest traces of a theology that included a consort of Yahweh. But both Baal and this female goddess continue to live on in Israelite popularity, religious practice, as well as in Phoenician, formerly Canaanite practice. The local Cypriot god, the Wanix, or the Lord, was worshipped by the Phoenicians as Adon, and then later by the Greeks as Adonis. This god had a female consort, much like the Phoenician Asherah, a goddess whom the official Israelite religion had much difficulty in suppressing. On one of the History channels or the National Geographic channels, they were digging up over there in Canaan, and someone had written on a vase Yahweh and Asherah. So you tell me, monotheistic, baby, or polytheism at its finest? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this, because I sure have. And it doesn't make a damn to me whether I say Yahweh because it is Enlil, Jehovah, Zeus, and I could care less. So anyway, guys, Hotep and Ashe, and stick with your spirituality and get out of this brainwashing religion. Have a great day, guys. Goodbye.